That could be you.
I know that's right.
Beat it up, girl, I wanna beat it up, beat it up, beat it up, girl, I wanna beat it up, beat it up, beat it up, girl, I wanna.
Hey, little gay boys and girls and fag hags and straight boys who sneak and watch my videos and love me too, yes. And if y'all are bending y'all wives over, you might want to have her to sit down and watch this episode as well. This session is brought to you today by Fleet, as well as the Advocates for Healthy Bottoms of America. I'm doing this because I just had a conversation with a friend a couple of nights ago who knows that they're a bottom, who's been bottoming for quite a while, and who, whenever their trade calls, had their trade come over and they still make a mess. That is absolutely ridiculous. Bitch, you know you're a bottom. You knew what was going to happen before he came over there. You should have been prepared and clean. That's not trifling. There are going to be no more excuses. In this session, what I'm going to teach you how to do is how to exercise hygiene habits, as well as what to and what not to eat, how long to eat before you engage in having sex, okay? Because it should be a healthy and clean experience for the both of you, okay? So put your legs down for a second. Take out your notepads, sit back, and be educated. This is about to be a learning experience. So we're about to have dinner. What's your name? Okay. We're about to have dinner, and I was wondering what type of food would a bottom eat. Okay, so first and foremost, you need to be careful about what it is that you're eating. Now, a lot of people, when y'all go to, I use the public bathrooms, and I know what it smells like. You bitches should be shaming yourselves. Now, if you are a bottom, you cannot be eating, potato chips and muffins and Pringles and all that type of shit every day because, bitch, you will be Van Gogh, bitch, you will paint the Mona Lisa, okay? So you cannot have it. So we're here at the buffet, and we're going to show you some things. Now, first of all, if you're going to do something, you have to wait for at least 3 hours ahead of time to go ahead on and eat. So we got all these different types of food, so you're down here, and you got the pizza, okay? You definitely can't eat that. What else? Maybe a little teeny bit of that. You can't eat that. That's got cheese in it. You can't eat that. You definitely can't eat that. You can't eat that. None of this crazy looking stuff. Because if you do, you'll make a mess. Okay, so next, what you should educate yourself about are the things you can use to properly prepare. Now, as I was telling you over there, you have to make sure that you watch what you eat, okay? So, you need to make sure that you have plenty of fiber, eat plenty of vegetables, drink water, eat your grains. Don't be eating a whole lot of dairy if you know you're lactose intolerant, because that'll cause problems too. Now, if you're trying to prepare, you want to make sure you can take things like if you get a call while you at the if you're at the what you call them things, the buffet or whatever, then you can take you some Imodium AD or something like that, and that'll stop the move. Now, just in general, to keep everything going, you want to have something like, now they got fiber capsules here. Now, if you take these with your vitamins and stuff like that, it'll help clean you out, on a regular basis. You can also, now this is one of my favorites, Metamucil is really good. It's not just for old people, bitch. You use this to clean yourself out. And they have them in different flavors, different low prices. And they also have, this is such a great flavor, the pink lemonade flavor is thebomb.com. And they even get more creative because now they sell these little fiber crackers. Now, just because you're eating stuff like this, you can't overeat because they make that shit taste real good, and then you would really make a mess. So you have to make sure that you do that in real balance. Now comes the stuff that really help you clean yourself out, okay? Now, some people have a hard time, so if you eat the dairy and stuff like that, you can have the stool softener. That will help you to pass really, really easy. And also, another thing that they have things like this. This is something that'll work overnight for you. It's an overnight relief gentle laxative, so you can use that to get a nice full clean and wake up. You'll be feeling fresh, bitch. You'll feel like the Wizard of Oz happened in your stomach. Okay. Now, these are the things that you should be most familiar with. And these right here are the enemas. Now, of course, you can get Fleet, and I don't see Fleet now. Oh, there they go. This is endorsed by the Bottoms Association of America, so you have to make sure you get you one of these, because those are good to use. You can also use these. These right here are very, very important for going in there cleaning out. And while I'm here, I need to pick up a couple of these myself. Now, two other things that you need to be reminded of is you can also use Glycerin Suppositories. Now, you can use those to just shove up in... you can kind of use those to shove up in there. And when you shove them up in there, you kind of let them sit for a second. And then, you know, they release and they create like a foam sensation in there. And then everything can come out. And it'll be nice and clean by the time you get over. Now, if you don't want to just use your bare finger and wash it, you know, you can use finger protectors, right? And you can put those on your finger to either, if you have hemorrhoids, use hemorrhoidal cream, or you can use those to put your Glycerin Suppositories in there. Or if your boyfriend's dick is small enough, you can put one of those on it, okay? Now, another very important aspect of really good anal sex or being a bottom is to make sure that you use some great lube, okay? You cannot use cooking oil or Afro Sheen or none of that shit, or if you're dealing with a bottom and they use spit or something like that, you can't have that. If you messing with somebody and they using spit, you need to stop sleeping with that trifling bitch, because don't nobody supposed to use no spit for that. So what you have to do is you have to make sure you have to make sure that you get a nice lubricant that you are very comfortable with, okay? And don't let him bring you nothing over there that you're not comfortable with, okay? So if he brings something over there to you and he walks in your door and the first time y'all use it, it'll burn you, bitch, don't use it again. Flush that shit down the toilet, and you take him to Target, bring him to Rite Aid or CVS, and you pick out something that you feel comfortable with, because this is you. You're the one giving your goodies, okay? So you have to enjoy it too. So we're going to look at all the different types of lubricants. So you have KY, which is a lubricating jelly. That's the shit that the gangsters use. That's what they rap about. You have the CVS brand, which I'm not promoting right now because they're not paying me to do this. But you have the CVS brand. That's the shit you use up a whole bottle in one experience. And these different types of things. Now, you get down here to the freaky shit. They have Astroglide. And that's that stuff that the white bottoms use. If you're dealing with a jailbird or something like that, he might try to get you to use some Vaseline. Don't you go out like that, even though that it works for the old-fashioned kind of girls. So they have all kinds of really good lubricants like yours and mine. You can carry these in your pocket, in your purse, or whatever, and those are very good lubricants. Now, pick up one of these too, because you want to check to make sure you knocked up the next day or a few days afterwards, because if you miss your period the way I do sometimes, then bitch, you might be in trouble. So next we need to educate you about how to properly use an enema and clean up inside of there so you'll be ready when he comes over. Being clean and well prepared is the most intricate part of being a bottom. That's very important that you be very, very clean. So these are three things that you really, 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 really need. So first, you definitely need your fleet, okay? And this comes in a variety of ways. You can use one of these. You can also use the bag that you hang up and put on the shower, and that's for you hoes to mess with them men with them big old King Kong trade jailbird dicks. That's crazy. I don't know how y'all do it, but if you're doing that, you want to be extra clean. Use the bag that you hang up, because this might not do the trick, okay? Because you know them boys, they like to feed y'all them hot dogs and stuff like that, and them Doritos, and so you need to be able to go in there and get all of that stuff out, okay? Because that stuff gets caught all up in the top. You need to be able to go all the way up in there and clean that stuff out, okay? Now, You also need to have a nice mild soap. I prefer Caress or Dove. You can use one of those too. And if it's a man that you've been with for a while and you've established trust, you can pre-lubricate it. So you can use vitamin E oil or olive oil. Those are two that I think are really, really good to work. And so this is what you're doing. I'm going to walk you through the process. So for your new bottom, so it's the enema comes with a saline solution. You empty that out. You don't need that because that can also make you make a mess. Okay, so you want to empty that out. You want to get some nice warm water. And you want to wait for that to get warm. We just paid Pepco, so there's warm water here again. And you want to fill it up. So this is nice warm water. You close this, and you take the top off. It's pre-lube for easy insertion. Now, some people have been doing that bottoming thing for so long and haven't been taking no precautions. They don't need no lube, so this whole thing might go up in there. But for the simple bottoms, for people who are educating themselves, this might be your first time. You just take this, insert it in there. As much of it can go in there, and you take a second and you breathe, let it sit, and then you let it evacuate. And you fill that up again 2 or 3 times. Depending on how comfortable you want to be, you fill it up 2 or 3 times, and you go in there and you clean it. So then you can follow up with a nice shower or a nice warm bath. One of my friends told me that after you bottom, especially if you got a big old monster, you sit in a tub with some vinegar water and you'll be all right. It'll close you right back up. So you get in there, you make sure that you wash everything, make sure you're smelling really, really fresh. And then if you want to, you can use something like this to pre-lubricate it. But if you're using a condom, I would recommend that you use a nice water-based lubricant, and you can spray something down there to make yourself smell really, really fresh, because a fresh cooter is a good cooter, and that's very important. So, going back over the things that you need to do. First and foremost, you need to be prepared. You need to be able to stop, okay, and say, I need to do this, I need to go be prepared. So if you need to, stop eating at least 3 hours in advance, okay? Some people are able to go ahead on and do it right after a meal. I don't think it's safe. So stop eating at least 2 to 3 hours. Make sure that you drink plenty of water and fluids. Make sure that you put a lot of fiber in your diet so that you go to the restroom on a regular basis. Make sure that it's clean, okay? And you make sure that you establish trust with this individual, because you don't want nobody just, I mean, some people like that. I think that's a little weird, because you don't want to end up in Depends, okay? Especially if you got a 50-foot dick. That's not cool, okay? Anyway, so make sure that you are a good, clean bottom. The instructions on how to use this are on the side of the box. Generally, you lay on your side and you insert it, or you can put it up in the air, you know, face down, ass up, you can insert it. If you and your partner have established that kind of trust, he might even be willing to help you do it. But this is a very intimate moment, and you should take that time to do it for yourself, okay? I hope that you looked at this, and I hope you have learned, and I hope you realize that it is good to be a clean bottom. Go in there and clean that cooter, because it's very important. I thank you all for corresponding with me. Be on the lookout for the next 3 Sex Chronicles videos that are in production. I thank you all for watching. Please subscribe, comment, tell your friends what we're doing here. And thank you so much for watching. Be a good, clean bottom. Bye, babies.